Ahoy, everybody! Ahoy, welcome. It's 4 p.m. on Thursday, the 27th of June. But more importantly, it's 4 p.m. It's VV Fest, and it is the session that I've been looking forward to the most. Sip and see.
I think it's actually cocktail o'clock. Am I right?
What o'clock?
Cocktail.
Oh, right. I thought he said something else there. Cocktail o'clock.
4 p.m. on a Thursday.
Getting fizzy on a Thursday. So yes, welcome everybody. Welcome. If you haven't done so already, please drop an ahoy in the chat. Let you know there. If you haven't got a kit, really sorry about that. But if you have, you are one of the lucky ones that were selected to receive a kit, which is great. We're going to show off the little kit there. If you haven't got one already, a cup of tea, glass of water. It's very hot, but we're going to have an incredible session where we're going to learn all about cocktails and making, and we have got an incredible guest lined up for us, which is exciting. So if you haven't done so already, yes, please drop an ahoy in the chat. Let us know you're there, and we're going to get cooking. Layla, how are you feeling?
Fabulous. We've had an amazing few days. We had some fabulous sessions this morning, and I'm ready to go. Ready to learn all about our bar tab.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Excellent, good stuff. Joe says the cocktail kit has arrived. Tequila Negronis are being prepared in Cheshire. The kit arrived an hour ago. Woohoo! There we go. Melanie, no kit, my answer, a cuppa it is. Tracy, it's cocktail o'clock. Lisa, I got a cup of Yorkshire brew. And Jackie, although I have my water bottle instead. Yay! Carol, my cocktail kit arrived just in time at 2 p.m. today. Look at that. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. So we're just going to steamroll just through some of the key information to understand about Virgin Voyages. So number one, always include a luxury member. So all your dining, your tips, your Wi-Fi, group fitness classes, shows and entertainment all included. And essential drinks. Layla, essential drink. It's not wine, as some people think it is.
Unfortunately, but it is.
What is the essential drink?
Still sparkling water, tea, drip coffee, non-pressed juices, and all of your soft drinks. So Coke, Diet Coke, Fanta, branded, included on us all of the time.
Love it. Love it. Excellent. And then reasons to raise your glass with Virgin Voyages, right? And we're going to go through this with Ben as well. Is obviously we've got our essential drinks always included. We have gathered a collection of the world's leading mixologists and sommeliers to help curate some incredible moments in and around the ship through our bars. And also the great thing as well is all of our bars are made fresh to order. So all your drinks are seeing are made fresh to order. So none of this kind of little cocktail mixer in a carton into a glass type thing. If you're going to order a strawberry daiquiri, you're going to get a strawberry daiquiri, which is absolutely amazing. Some key questions that we're always asked about drinks is, why isn't alcohol all-inclusive? Why don't we offer drinks packages? And the quality and the variety of our offerings. And it's solved simply by this little Venn. Do you like my little business diagram?
I love it.
The little Venn diagram, Layla, actually means something, yeah? So when cruise lines offer drinks packages, okay, they tend to look at it from three key things, right? Is it desirable? Is it feasible? And is it viable, right? Desirable, you know what? Quite a lot of people, they do like, maybe some people like a drink. And also it's quite desirable from a business because it's, it's a good way in which businesses can use to potentially make a little bit more money. Is it feasible? Well, yeah, it's quite easy to be identified. You can put a little band on someone and all that good stuff. The problem comes down to, is it viable? So does it remain profitable? And so for what you tend to find with traditional drinks packages is that there is the potential for it to remain viable. You have to cut some corners, right? And this is where it comes down to time, quality, quantity, and cost. So what you might find is if you are looking in a drinks package environment, people will sacrifice quality for quantity. People will sacrifice quantity for cost. And you end up in a situation where suddenly, you're expected to pay maybe the premium level for the premium drinks, and you end up with, your basic level roller cola and Ronnie Vonnie in your vodka and Coke. Debbie, I have my kit already, which is good. But the cocktails, I thought you said that you'd already polished your cocktails. With us, 70% of our wines per glass are less than $15. That's a key thing you need to understand. But we also say it pays to prepay. So your bar tab, you can get up to $50 bonus, but up to $300 on that. So the difference between this and a traditional drinks package is that we have fair pricing throughout the ship. So regardless of whether you go to a bar and you buy a drink there, or you go to another bar, buy a drink there, you have fair pricing that runs throughout the ship. And then sailors can purchase a bar tab where they can put money down behind the bar, and then Virgin Voyages gives you a bonus on top of that.
Lovely. Simple.
It's quite simple, isn't it?
It is super simple.
That's right. So when do the bars close, and can I get a drink on board anytime, anywhere? Absolutely, you can. So in terms of the when our bars close, we tend to operate our bars in terms of a vibe. So we will keep, obviously, naturally, we don't have everything open all at once early in the morning. What happens is it tends to be staggered. So we'll follow sort of people's patterns throughout the day. So we might have Grounds Club open sort of early in the morning, and as we go throughout the day, we might stagger and start opening more of our other bars as well. But the good news is you can get a drink anywhere on the ship 24/7. If you need it, you wake up at 3 a.m. and you're like, I just need a drink. You can do that. Obviously, you've got all your essential drinks included, but we do have Ship Eats, which can deliver that as well. Sharon says, can you use bar tab in your restaurants? Absolutely, yes, you can. You can use bar tab in your restaurants. And for those who are historical cruise bookers, essential drinks is available ship-wide. So you don't just have to have still and sparkling water and all your soft drinks at dinner. It's available across the ship throughout your entire experience when you're on board.
And also remember as well, you can use your bar tab at the beach club at Bimini as well. So if you have anyone sailing in Miami, out of Miami, then they can use it at Bimini.
This is true. And then we also, Jackie says, it's simple. You don't have to buy, you don't have a limited number. You can buy drinks for anyone and you get a bonus from VV for purchasing bar tab. It's a no-brainer. Also, Jackie, you guys get commission. You get 10% bonus on that. But also what you do get with bar tab is, yes, it's per person. So it's not per cabin. So it means if me and Layla are traveling together, Layla loves a beer. Luke loves a sparkly water.
That sounds like us, doesn't it?
Does sound like us. Layla can go ahead. She can go ahead and buy a bar tab. I don't have to buy anything, but we're traveling together and she can buy all the drinks. Thank you very much.
And the other great thing is, say if we see Jacqueline on the ship, we can just buy her a drink with our bar tab.
That's true.
We don't need to say, Jacqueline, we're going to have to both go up to the bar with our cards. So sorry, we're going to have to make the long distance. Both show our cards and get a drink. No, I can just head on up and get us both a drink.
And yes, Debbie, you can also use it in Bimini too.
Yes.
There we go. Frozen cocktails are great. Thank you very much. This slide here, this is to show you that we do actually have a very cool, we've got a very cool activation within the app. You shake your phone. It's called Shake for Champagne. You shake your phone, a little button pops up. You press the button and we deliver champagne to you within moments anywhere on the ship.
Love it.
Beautiful. But now that we've got some learning out of the way, I think it's time to get a little bit fizzy.
Give the people what they want.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's here for.
I mean, following on, I was about to say, Layla, shall we get fizzy? And then you said, let's give the people what we want. And so I feel like there's a bit of a clash there.
Oh.
No?
With what do you mean?
I don't know. I don't know either. It's non-threatening. Everything's non-threatening.
Shall we get fizzy?
Let's get, well, yeah, I think so. So, guys, let me introduce to you a very special friend of Virgin Voyages. We are going to welcome Unfiltered Hospitality. Give it up for Ben Potts.
Ooh.
Hey!
I made it. What's up, guys?
Hey, Ben, how you doing?
Oh, man, I am fantastic. Beautiful Thursday here in Miami, Florida. Couldn't be better.
I was going to say, where are you based? You're over in Miami, so it's about 10:11 right now, yeah.
Yeah, just about. Perfect time to mix up a cocktail. So yeah.
There's always cocktail o'clock, which is great. Ben, do you want to just tell everybody? So we've got some of the leading travel agent partners here in the UK that have joined us, right? Just give a bit of an overview. Who are Unfiltered Hospitality? What do you guys do?
Great. Yeah. Well, I'm glad you asked. Unfiltered is a Miami-based cocktail consultancy. We work on cocktail menus, bartender training programs, and installing bulletproof bar operating systems all over the world. We have worked with companies ranging from mom and pop cocktail bars down the street all the way up to Fortune 500 companies like Capital One, and especially incredible cruise partners like Virgin Voyages.
Love that.
Amazing.
Love
Yeah.
that. Excellent. And you guys have had a very serious helping hand with our food festival. Is that right? Is that correct?
Yes, we have had the pleasure of working with Virgin now for the last 3 years, working very closely with the food and beverage teams. We have worked on bartender training programs, activations. So if you on the ship, maybe you've seen Loteria Gigante. We played a big role in the development of that, as well as shot for shot. And we are currently working on a very secret activation going on during Eat and Drink this year. That I'm not so sure I can tell everyone exactly what's happening, but I think it's really a really cool thing that we're kicking off this Sunday, I believe.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. So food and drink a month, something this throughout the whole month of July, which we're really excited about across all of our ships, first mates. So it's Caribbean, in the Med, in the Aegean, it's everywhere. We're going to kick off and go have a great time. And of course, for those lucky few, you will have received one of these. Look at
Wowza!
this.
Look at that.
Wow.
Look at this.
Spoiled.
So,
I didn't
know,
get
right? Spoiled big time. Spoiled big time. So, well, before we dive in, Ben, what's your favorite drink?
Oof. Well, so that's a great question. It really depends on what I'm doing and who I'm with. But
Hang on a minute.
right now I'm with you guys.
What do you? Well, and now you've got to give us two examples. You've got to give us two
Right.
examples, right?
Right. So typically when I'm out with friends and want something a little bit lighter, more refreshing, I typically steer toward a gin Ricky. Right. Usually, usually Navy strength, keep it nautical. And then gin Ricky, for those of you who don't know, is a very simple cocktail with gin, soda water, and lime juice. Super simple. It's like an elevated vodka soda, but with gin and a splash of lime.
Ooh, very fresh.
I like
There.
it. Very fresh. So
But that's just one. That's just one. Well, yeah. You asked me about my other. So my second favorite cocktail is very similar to what we're making today. And it's a riff on a Negroni. And I'm sure we all know what a Negroni is, which is gin, bitter, usually Campari, and sweet vermouth. Mine, personally, is a Boulevardier. But today, I'm here with you guys. So today, we're going to be making a riff on a tequila Negroni. And what's really cool about this one is that this is on the Test Kitchen Menu C that just launched in May on Resilient. So this is a cocktail from the ship that we're going to be making today.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. I love it. And first mates, don't forget, if you've got any tips, any questions, drop it in the chat, right, as we continue to do this. In fact, I'm going to spin the question to first mates out there. First mates, what is your favorite drink? Okay, if you had to, and you've got to go in, you've got to have a little drink with maybe even two scenarios that like Ben shared. But if you've got a favorite drink, drop it in the chat. We want to know what that is. Layla, what's yours?
My favourite is an Aperol Spritz. Standard. Love an Aperol Spritz in the sun. What's yours, Luke?
Pint of lager. No, I'm joking.
Anything to say?
I'm very uncultured, guys. Very uncultured. Just give me a Modelo, a Sun Lounger. Done. No, I'm joking. My favorite is I do have a couple. I love gin and ginger ale. Oh yeah, a gin and ginger, right? Espresso martini. That's another one. I'll have that.
Oh yeah, you do love an espresso martini, don't you?
Martini. I'll have a Negroni if it's like super late and if I'm peer pressured into having one. Usually there's like a big old, go on, let's have Negronis. You want a Negroni? Let's have a Negroni. And I'm like, no, not me. And then I'll just go and smash it. So is that not a Negroni. And then do you know what? In Germany, so I went to visit my mate in Germany, in Munich in January. And he was like, do you want a Radler? I was like, yeah, I'll have a Radler. And he was like,
Oh, what's that? I've never heard of that.
It's basically like the socially acceptable way to order a shandy.
Yeah.
It's like instead of going there, be like, "Can I have some adult squash, please?" It's like, "I love a radler," and you're like, "Oh yeah, radler. That sounds really exotic." It's just a shandy.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. Oh look, Ben, we've got loads of answers here, loads of Pete right. So you can judge these drinks whether or not you think they're great or not. So we've got someone that says here, right, a pina colada, yeah,
Okay.
a picante.
A picante?
How you say it? I don't know. Picante.
Picante?
Picante.
That's how we say it here in Miami.
Oh, that sounds better. Sounds much better. Pina colada, a Tom Collins.
All right, keep it classic. I like it.
What's a Tom Collins?
Oh, Tom Collins. Oh, well, it's a classic cocktail, not far off from a Ricky, that has gin, lemon juice, simple syrup, and soda water.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah,
nice.
it's a classic, and you can make it with any kind of spirit you want, but Tom Collins is with gin. There's John Collins and Jim Collins and Tim Collins, so Phil Collins.
What makes it a Collins?
So a Collins glass is what a Collins goes in. So it's the height of the glass. So it's a long drink.
Oh. It's like the height of fame to get a name, like a drink named after you.
Absolutely.
Like
That's my lifelong goal.
the problem is my name doesn't like a Ben Potts sounds quite cool. If I'm at a bar and be like, "Hey, tell you what, I'll have 3 Ben Potts." That sounds quite cool.
Yeah.
I'll go up there and be like, "I'll have a large Luke Day." It just sounds like so rubbish.
The way you just said that, I'd have one.
I'll have a Layla Davis on the rocks. There we
Yeah,
go.
it doesn't really sound the same, does it?
Give me a pint of Carol Smith. Speaking of Carol Smith, she's have a dark and stormy. She likes a dark and stormy. I'm assuming that's like a dark rum. Is that a dark rum thing?
Yeah. So basically, it's a blackstrap rum. Typically, that's the dark and stormy part, and it's just over ginger beer, usually with a lime wedge on top. Very, very popular nautical cocktail.
Oh my gosh, I'm learning so much. Bob Marley. What's a Bob Marley? I've got no idea what that is.
Yeah,
Is that good?
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that on this.
Oh no!
No, actually, I've never heard of that.
Right, Mark Ashton, you got to tell us what a Bob Marley is, because no, we got no idea. Mudslide? What's a mudslide?
Yeah, oof, man, that is a
Another one.
a lot of calories in a cup. It's like Kahlua and Bailey's, and some people put it with ice cream.
Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds
Some
nice.
savages add ice cream to Kahlua and Bailey's. Or vodka.
That's like a Dom Pedro. Have you heard of a Dom Pedro?
That sounds pretty good too. Maybe that was like Tia Maria or something like that.
Yeah. Vanilla ice cream, and then you shake it up. It's delicious.
Don Pedro sounds good to me.
Baby Guinness, love a baby.
Love a baby Guinness, don't we?
You're all of that.
It's been a minute.
I like a baby Guinness. We should do it. We should do a couple of this weekend. Me and Layla are sailing this trip. It's a business trip, Ben. So
Yeah. We're not just
right.
going purely for baby Guinness.
Yeah, you should just go around to each of the bars, making sure they're fully equipped with the right layering technique to make baby Guinnesses.
Yeah.
100%. Oh wait, Monday we're there for food and drink. Monday we're there.
We
in July.
are.
We're gonna have to just make the most of it because I get off on Tuesday.
Perfect.
And then Ben, Mark Ashton's come back with what a Bob Marley is.
Uh-huh.
Right. It's grenadine, coconut rum, pineapple juice, strawberry mix, and creme de menthe. Dementi.
You know, sounds great. Hey, everyone's got a favorite something.
Yeah, exactly. Fab. Oh, hey, look. Carol Smith says, "What is the surprise spice in the Angostura bitters? Can Ben disclose?"
Oh, can I disclose the secret recipe of the bitters used around the world?
Yeah.
I don't think they'd be very happy about that. But I will tell you that it does prevent cholera from mosquitoes. So that's what I can tell you.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, that is very interesting. Might have to get cooking. Push some of that out. Right, fab. So what are we making today, mate? What are we making today?
Great. So, as I mentioned previously, we are going to be making a cocktail from the test kitchen menu C. And this is one of 18 cocktails, again, launched on Resilient Lady in May. We'll be launching to the other ships shortly. And this cocktail is a riff on a Negroni using coconut and tequila. And so it is aptly named Coconut. So, in order to make this cocktail, we're going to need certain items, and I believe you should have them. And if you don't, I'll tell you what you can use instead. So, first thing that you're going to need is a glass. If you don't have a glass, I would really evaluate your life choices.
I've got, wait, how big?
How big a glass? I recommend a rocks glass. This one is about 12 ounces, anywhere from 8 to 14. It kind of doesn't matter. Honestly, you could use your left hand if it's big enough.
It's a bit big, Luke.
Can I use this?
Yeah, you can use anything. I think you can use that for sure. Absolutely. Any glass. In addition to the glass,
Okay.
I recommend you use a jigger. Now, a jigger will help you measure things properly. If you don't measure things properly, it's going to make the drink taste a little different. If you go a little heavy with one ingredient, a little light with another, that'll substantially alter the flavor of the cocktail. Jiggers are absolutely essential in measurements. If you don't have a jigger, you're going to have to use your eyeballs or some other kind of measuring cup where you can see inside. You could use something like this, like a smaller glass. This actually has some markings on the side. You could use another smaller glass and kind of use your eyes to determine roughly the ratio between the two. And I'll kind of get into that as we make the cocktail. But a jigger would be great. If you don't, use some sort of measuring device. Spoons are cool too.
Okay.
Speaking of spoons, a bar spoon is a really nifty thing to have. If you don't have a bar spoon, a teaspoon, a straw, a chopstick, your finger, all work just fine. So don't feel intimidated by the very fancy bartending tools that I have in gold here in front of me. We'll make it happen. And if you have any questions about what to use, feel free to throw them in the chat, and I'll help you determine whether or not that's a reasonable substitute.
I've got a VV straw. There we go. Limited edition, actually, because I don't think we make these anymore.
Really? Do you have any
Well, I mean, we gave them out to our wonderful first mates. We had like hundreds of them, but we haven't actually we haven't done that in a long time, have we, Layla? We haven't got.
We haven't. No.
Tell you what, first mates, if you would like us to bring back VV straws, we can bring back the straws. Just let us know. Ben, Julia says, is a shot glass a good measuring device?
Absolutely. So typically a shot glass, depending on the type of person you are and where you buy your shot glasses, will usually be about 1 ounce. So keep that measurement in mind as we go through this demonstration, because 1 ounce is a very prevalent measure. And then if you're trying to find what a half an ounce is, it's roughly about half the shot glass. Kind of depends on the shape, but we're making this for at home consumption. You'll be fine.
Fabulous.
Something else that if you ever want to pick one of these up, they're pretty cool, fancy, impress your friends. A couple pair of garnished tongs, right? So any tongs will do anything that you can pinch with. That'll be just fine. So that covers all the tools. Any questions about the tools before I move on to the next part?
No, we've had no questions here. Julie says, Luke, you have a pint glass, you'll be asleep or partying by 6. Well, there we go. I'm actually playing paddle tonight, so good luck to the competition.
Fantastic.
We're all good. It looks like a lot of people are saying bring back the straws, and I think some people have got a VV straw as well, so they might be using a straw for the stirry thing.
That's perfect.
I've only got the only tweezers I've got.
Yeah,
are like ones that I use to pull out nose hair.
Lovely.
You know what? Honestly, they'll work. I recommend cleaning them before using.
I'm revealing all here on VV Fest. There you go. That's it. I might have nose hair at some point.
Amazing. Amazing. So, moving on to the ingredients that we're going to be using in the cocktail. I'm going to run through them really quickly, and then I'm going to go through them again as we make the cocktail. We should have some coconut water. This is coconut water, fresh squeezed from a Vita Coco box. We have coconut rum, which is what we are using today. But the test kitchen menu uses a fat washed Campari, and when I get to the Campari, I'll tell you what that is. We're going to be using Dolin Rouge, which is a sweet vermouth. Any sweet vermouth will do. Also, back to the coconut rum. Any coconut rum will do. Anything that tastes vaguely like coconut is going to do just fine.
Hankering.
Moving on to Campari. Campari is an Italian bitter. We're all very familiar with this. If you have a bitter ingredient made kind of predominantly from oranges, Campari is going to be your go-to. And finally, a Reposado tequila. Yes, that's beautiful. So then that's right.
Look what we got. Look at all this. We've got all of these. I don't know how accurate these measurements are, so I'll have to play around with it.
Yeah, just whole thing.
Get in your pint glass.
Get it in the pint.
Exactly. So, yes, Reposado tequila. Any Reposado tequila will do. If you have an añejo, that's fine. If you have a blanco, that's cool too. We're making a tequila Negroni ultimately that has strong coconut flavors to really bring out that tropical, delicious vibe of the Caribbean, which is where a lot of virgin ships are. But back to the Campari. So on the test kitchen menu, we make a coconut fat washed Campari. Now, for those of you who are not familiar with fat washing, this is a process where we take coconut oil and we blend it normally with Campari in order to really integrate the coconut and the Campari and really get the flavors in there. Then we put the coconut Campari into the freezer. And what happens is the Campari does not freeze. And technically the oil doesn't freeze either, but it does coagulate and it forms a mass at the top of it. We remove it, and what you're left with is this delicious coconut flavored Campari that has this incredible mouthfeel that's almost impossible to get any other way. So today, we didn't have enough time to make enough coconut Campari for everybody on this call, but that's where the coconut rum is going to come in handy, and we're going to use that instead.
So interesting.
Right?
So interesting. I had no idea there was what. I'll be honest. I had no idea what that even was.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
but like now I do.
Now you know. And anytime you see fat washed on a menu, they're basically using any kind of fat, right? So that can be bacon fat, duck fat. I mean, like anything that has any kind of fat, olive oil, like anything that has fat, lipids, whatever, butter, you go crazy. Popcorn butter, I've done like popcorn rum. That's pretty cool. So the sky's the limit.
Very interesting.
Very interesting. I love that. Carol Smith's found a jigger and a spoon.
Thank you, Carol. That's awesome. I'm very happy to hear that. You're going to have a delicious cocktail. And everyone else, your cocktail is probably going to be pretty incredible too, just not as good as Carol's. So moving forward, the last ingredient, which really needs to get a spotlight, is the ice. So that is going to be the first ingredient that you put in your glass. Typically, we don't recommend building over ice because there's a number of bartendery reasons why we don't, because sometimes the ice will dilute. You don't have enough control over the dilution, and it can be complicated when actually building a cocktail in a bar, like in a commercial setting. But at home, we're going to be using ice, and we're going to be putting it in the glass first. We also usually use a mixing glass to make this, but today we're going to make it in the glass for simplicity and because the difference is really only appreciable at high volumes and to people who really, 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 really care, which are typically the sailors that sail on Virgin Voyages.
I love that. So that ice cube's massive, by the way.
Yes, thank you. In our studio, we're known for extra large ice. This is a particularly clear piece of ice that we purchased from a local ice purveyor. They make ice in these giant, I think they're about 180-pound blocks, a special machine called a Kleinbell. And then what they do is they take a very high-end sanitary bone saw, and they chop up the ice into these tiny little bricks, or comparatively tiny bricks, usually 2.5 by 2.5 inches, beautifully clear. It's a traditional way of making ice. They used to cut it out of lakes, and now we make it in these giant wooden tubs, or I'm sorry, metal tubs.
Oh, fair play.
Yeah, pretty cool, right?
That's cool.
So regular ice will do. Right at your freezer is just fine. So go ahead and fill up your glass with ice. And we're going to start with our first ingredient, which is the coconut water. Any brand of coconut water will do. This one is nice and clear. It's going to make the cocktail very, very light and refreshing. So we're going to pour in 1/2 ounce. For those of you with a 1 ounce shot glass at home, use about 1/2 shot glass. And then you're just going to pour that right over the top of the ice cube.
So just
And we are going to move on to our coconut rum.
I think I might need a little bit.
And I'm going to go sort of home bartender speed. I think everybody's probably caught up at this point. Bar spoon, maybe 1/4 of a jigger or a little less, maybe 1/8 of an ounce of jigger. You can always add more coconut rum if you want more coconut flavor. Sound good?
Okay. Where was that other camera? Have we got the other camera producer so we can get a nice little close up? What's going on?
We had the other camera, but it decided to stop working.
Oh no.
Our connected world is slightly less connected than we want it to be, but always more complicated.
How much of the rum do you put in?
So roughly a 1/4 ounce or 1/8 of an ounce. Honestly, to flavor. From there you have a whole bottle.
We just tipped it literally upside down. The whole thing.
If you guys do any cooking at home, a teaspoon is really what you're looking for.
Right.
Guys, I think this might be actually my cocktail kit at the door.
Is it? Go get it, quick.
Yeah. I've been getting a call from Amazon. Maybe that's my cocktail kit.
I thought I had a knock at the door this morning, Ben, and I was like, guys, this is the cocktail kit. I go down. It's just my pants delivery from ASOS.
There you go.
I was like, sorry guys, it's
just
pants. It's just pants.
Yeah, I think I'm getting a leaf blower today. So,
It's here.
Yeah, finally, I can finally. Oh wait, your cocktail kit is here. That's incredible.
Yeah, my cocktail kit's here finally.
Put it in my leaf blower.
You got to turn that background off so we can see it. You're going all fuzzy.
Me? Oh,
Yeah.
Give me a sec.
In the studio. Ben, look, we also got crisps.
Oh, that's great. I have a small piece of pineapple, so that's about all I got.
Oh, so good. Right. So we're rumming. We got the rum.
For just to make sure we're all on the same page, we've got 1/2 ounce of coconut water.
Yeah.
1/4 ounce or a teaspoon of coconut rum.
Yeah.
This is going to take the place of our coconut Campari. Now we're going to pour in a full ounce or shot glass of Dolan Rouge.
The vermouth.
The sweet vermouth, exactly.
Okay.
If that's how it's labeled, yep, sweet vermouth.
And how much?
1 ounce or one shot glass full. This is how they used to write it in all the old timey bartending books. Everything was measured in cups of wine and shot glasses, jiggers, ponies, cups of wine, steins of mead, all of that.
Okay.
Right. So we got the 1 ounce of sweet vermouth in. We're moving into our Campari, or our Italian bitter.
Right.
We'll be pouring 1 ounce of the Campari into the glass with everything else. One thing to mention, and I really, if my second camera, which would show the detail, would work, I'd love to talk about how important it is to hit the marks on a jigger. I talk about this with bartenders all over the world, especially on all the ships, because it's really, really important to me. It's a strange thing to be that important to me, but it's kind of like the biggest failing point of any bar. So if you ever go to a bar and one bartender makes a drink one way and one bartender makes a drink another way, it's usually because they're not using their jigger properly. And what that means is really just hitting your marks. So if there's a line inside your jigger that says a half an ounce, you pour it to that line. Not above the line, not below the line, to the line. And if the top of the jigger is 1 ounce, you pour it all the way up to the top. Now, that's the beautiful thing about the bartenders aboard all the Virgin ships. They all use their jiggers properly. So you're going to get the same exact drink every time, no matter where you are in the world.
See, I always thought now, because actually, when you think about it, you want the drinks to be consistent, right, in terms of the taste and all that good stuff. Like typically, as a Brit, we love going to the bar and being like, "Go on, put a bit more in."
Yeah.
But actually, if you think about it from a quality perspective, you then start changing the complexity of the drink you're having. So actually, the fact that people are filling it there is not because they're being stingy; it's actually because they want to deliver a quality product to you.
That's 100% right.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's it's something that it's an interesting thing that I've been bartending for 16 years now, and when I started, if anybody saw you using a jigger, they thought you were out of your mind because you'd mostly be pouring either 1 in 1, so like gin and soda or something on the rocks. And everybody old timers they use like measurements in terms of fingers, like give me 3 fingers of scotch or 2 fingers, whatever. Yeah, like savages, right? But as people started drinking more properly, for lack of a better way of describing it, the jigger became a integral part of the process. You wouldn't go into a kitchen and tell a chef to stop using his measuring cups or his scales. Same reason you wouldn't tell a bartender to not use a jigger to make a drink for you.
That's so true. That's so true. When you go to Vegas and they're all about the Vegas free pour, you stand there and you're like, "Where's your jigger?"
That honestly, Vegas is a very special place and has a special place in my heart. Some of the free pouring is really incredible, and you're there for a show, not necessarily there for a quality drink. True. Some people can really pull it off. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Christian Del Pesce, award-winning flair bartender from around the world, now lives here in Miami, was in Vegas for many, many years. He used to be a flair guy, well, once a flair guy, always a flair guy, right? But he has like superseded that stereotype of the flair being all about the show and not about the drink. He is about the show and the drink. He's an incredible guy. If you're ever in Miami, look him up. Amazing person. But yes, to your point, Vegas, they're starting to get it right now, but it took them a long time. And really, they still do a lot of show, and that's fine because some people are just there for the show. And so for our last ingredient, we're going to be using Reposado tequila. And to finish it off, we'll take our spoon, our Virgin Voyages straw, chopstick, finger, use tweezers, whatever. And then we're going to stir the cocktail in the glass. Now, don't worry about it too much. As long as you
straw.
Yeah, you could even, if the glass is big enough, you could even just kind of swirl it around in your hand. Yeah, it sounds good. How's it taste?
Oh, Luke's gone. Yours is looking pretty red. Is it red that I can see?
What color's yours? That's looking pretty red too.
Is that what it's supposed to look like?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's a beautiful ice cube.
I was catching up, so I was going with the flow with just tipping it in and hoping for the best.
Absolutely what it's supposed to look like. And while we wait for Luke to come back, I think he's in the green room, maybe.
He is. He's backstage stirring.
He's practicing. Got it.
I'm back.
Oh, there he is. Boy, man, I didn't want to finish the cocktail without you.
Are we on pineapple?
So I believe you guys have some pineapple there. I have my pineapple here.
Tracy has said, how much tequila?
1 ounce. 1 ounce or one shot glass full. The same amount of tequila as Campari and sweet vermouth. That, as we know, is the formula for a Negroni, right? So a Negroni is equal parts gin, sweet vermouth, Campari. This cocktail is equal parts Reposado tequila, sweet vermouth, Campari. And that Campari at the test kitchen will be fat washed with coconut. In this case, we used a bar spoon of coconut rum or a teaspoon and a bit of coconut water to lighten it up. And so we have our cocktail. You should have this beautiful red cocktail right in front of you, right? It should have a pineapple slice, a half moon, dehydrated or full size if you got it.
Cocktail.
Is the coconut? Is that a wine glass? That's beautiful.
It is. Yeah.
All right.
That's what I grabbed when I ran downstairs.
Wow, Luke, that's a good size there, bud. It's incredible. So let's take a taste, shall we?
Cheers, guys.
Cheers, everyone.
Oh, that's delish.
Wow.
Oh, how nice is that?
Oh, Emma says she's got a umbrella in hers too. Oh, you're going all out.
All right, I love that. So
Emma,
what kind of flavors are you guys picking up?
I'm picking up some coconut rum and the vermouth and the Campari. Yeah, the Campari.
Yeah, I can taste that.
Yeah.
Maybe a little tequila coming through too.
Well, I'm not a big fan of tequila, so I've probably put like a little bit. Should I put more in? Do you think?
Well, as long as tequila likes you, that's really what counts.
Maybe I should. Should I? First mates, you can vote. Should I pour the rest of this tequila in? You can vote. Yes.
Woo, go tequila.
Okay, you got a yes from me.
I mean, I'm Gabriella in the green room. She's saying yes too.
Tony says, Luke, your glass is next level. Tracy says, this is a strong cocktail. Carol says, where are we putting the dry pineapple? Put it in there. Samantha, good job. First session is until 12 tomorrow. I think Samantha's logged off. Julia, Luke, Pirates of the Caribbean? What's that? Oh, okay. Yeah, I get that. Tracy, I think I've overdone the coconut, and there's a lot of do-its. All right, fine. Okay.
Do it.
I'll have one more sip because I quite like it without the tequila.
Great. It's going to be great.
That is so nice. That's absolutely delicious. Right.
Oh, wowza.
That's all right.
It is nearly a pint as well, isn't it?
I've got to do meetings.
We've got a paddle tonight.
I've got to play paddle. By the way, paddle, great sport. Ben, do you play paddle?
Oh, you're like paddle, like paddle, right?
Paddle.
I play once a week. It's incredible.
I love it. I play once a week as well.
Yeah. Next time you come to Miami, we'll have to have a game.
Oh, yes.
Paddle in Miami. Cheers to that, guys.
Cheers. Right, here we go. Let's see with the little bit more of a. Nice. No, to be fair, actually, I think the tequila actually does elevate it. And it actually tastes quite nice.
Yeah. A little bit of vegetal, earthy, agave flavors. Goes super well with coconut and Campari, sweet vermouth.
So good.
It's lovely.
The thing is, when you have a pint glass, you tend to think you could just drink it like a pint.
Yeah.
I need to remember there's a lot in it.
Yeah. The last time I had a pint of a Negroni before playing paddle, I went down a half a point on my ranking. So just I don't know if you're playing it for an official game or not, but definitely keep that in mind.
Let's do it. Let's just get it on. How nice is this? This is so nice. This is so nice. So this is available in Test Kitchen, right?
Yep. Right now on Resilient, and it should be launching on Valiant and Scarlet shortly.
Love that. And then in terms of sort of the rest of the I guess the food and drink month menu, like what are some of your other like kind of highlights that you think if our sailors are sailing or if our first mates are sailing next month, like is there something that they must try? If there's something that they cannot leave the ship without trying?
Well, if the activations are going on for Loteria Gigante, I strongly recommend it. It's very popular. Think Mexican bingo, right? With prizes and tequila making and palomas and margaritas. So if you're into that sort of thing, that's incredible. It's an incredible experience.
Wow.
And it's something that sailors love. I think it sells out very quickly. And so I to be honest, I'm really not sure how much we should be letting people know about this, but on Valiant and Scarlet, we will be simultaneously launching a very special secret bar experience.
Oh no! Wait! Is it about the thing?
It's
The
about
thing.
it's
The
definitely
thing. Okay. Is it that where? Okay. That I know exactly about that one. So
It's-
that's like the secret thing.
it's the secret thing.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a secret thing in a certain part of the ship that's
No.
not really talked about and not really well known. But if you do know, then I highly suggest you. I highly suggest you go. There are some incredible people behind it. The first happening of it will be happening this Sunday in Miami.
Wow.
Well,
And
I
then
know the place you're talking about.
throughout really amazing.
Later, I think you know the place you're talking about,
I think I know where you're talking about.
but we
Yeah.
can't talk about it because it doesn't exist.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
exactly
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist, remember?
It doesn't exist. It doesn't exist, and no one's there.
Do you know what I quite like? I love the fact that there are stories. So when you go on all the blogs online, there are stories where you hear about people going somewhere, and then later on they ask the crew about it, and the crew turn around and go, "What are you talking about?
I've been there before in my life.
Never heard of anything you're saying. No idea." I love how we play along with it. It's great. Julia, it's not a secret now. You have to spill the tea. No, can't spill the tea. No. Gabs is already sitting there waiting with a press release ready to go in the green room. I've just revealed right now, TTG, industry first, Ben Potts leaks.
Yeah, I've got a number of leaked websites out there, so
Yeah.
be careful.
Have you got a special page called Only Cans?
You know what? That's really funny. My friend just opened a wine bar, and she's got a whole selection of canned wines and beers, and
Is it called Only Cans?
it's at the top of it says only cans, and it
That's
says
so funny.
DP selection of the month named after me for my contribution. So,
I love that. That's so cool.
only cans. Yeah.
Only Cans. Dad, that's actually, do you know what? That's a really good name for a bar. So
Yeah.
here where I live, I've been kind of like suggesting that I'm probably forgetting the fact that I'm live to a lot of first mates here.
I
But
already know what Luke's going to say, and this is his brilliant business idea that we had on our one-to-one.
so here's an idea, right? Okay, Pincho. Pincho's like a thing, right? You
Yeah.
know, in Spain, you have like a little Pincho. They come around with little tray things.
Yeah.
My town is crying out for a Pincho bar. So I'm having a Pincho bar. Honestly, we are going off on a massive tangent, first mates. Pincho bar, right? And I need like a signature drink,
Mm-hmm.
Ben Pot special.
Yep.
What am I doing? What's like the hero?
Well, it depends, right? So pinchos, for those of you who maybe don't know, are basically like mini skewers. Very popular here in Miami. And I'm thinking there's an opportunity to go savory on this, right? So like, you ever see those like super overgrown Bloody Marys that have like a cheeseburger stacked on top of a shrimp on top of a lobster claw? You know what I'm talking about?
No.
No.
What, like a stacked Bloody Mary?
You wouldn't do very well in your Pincho's business, Luke.
No, I wouldn't.
Anyway, I think something. I think a gin Ricky would actually be perfect.
And then we have a show called Only Cans.
And then you have an only cans. It's your entire can. You don't have bottles of wine. You just have cans of wine, cans of beer, canned cocktails. Don't even bother making anything else.
Do you know what my favorite wine at the moment? Later, I don't know if you've had this. I'm not usually a white wine fan, but this one is called an Alberino.
Alberino?
Yes.
That's it?
Yeah.
Where are you getting that from, Luke?
Northwest Spain.
Ooh.
What store?
That's
What
delicious.
shop are you
Oh,
buying
wait, can you get it? Oh, you can get it in all your local stores.
it?
All your local stores.
Yeah.
It's just a type of grape, but like obviously different stores they serve different wine with it. It's a type of grape, and for me, it's like it's got all of the great things that you have of a Savvy B, like a Sauvignon Blanc, just without it's probably a little bit less bitter than the Sauvignon Blanc,
Ooh, little savvy bee.
and it's honestly on a sunny day, nothing like a large glass of Alberino.
Yeah. They the Miami Pinot Grigio drinkers, when they graduate from Pinot Grigio to something that sounds a little bit more exotic, even though Pinot Grigio is Italian, Albarino is usually their level up.
So what you're saying is I'm basically just a basic Pinot Grigio drinker.
With attitude. With Spanish accent.
I love it. Brilliant. I'll take it. I'll claim it. I love it. Carly says she can't wait to get on the cocktails on in August. Oh, tell you what, this is going in my head a little bit. Alison, this is a secret. Is this a secret space you take to on Scarlet Night? I don't know what you're talking about, Alison. Out there you go.
Sounds like you know
Julia.
something we don't, Alison.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Julia, that's like being told the end of the film. Oh, well,
Spoiler alert.
Hedwig. To any Harry Potter fans out there, Hedwig dies. Well, there you go. Kirsten. Yes. Kirsten, Bloody Mary's and a slice of bacon. Now, hang on a minute.
You guys, you don't have those?
A slice of bacon in your Bloody Mary?
Doesn't it usually come with celery?
Yeah. Celery,
I bacon.
little tiny like baby sliders. There people usually Google like over the top Bloody Marys, and you're gonna see some of the crazy things that they do. With glass. And usually they'll use something pretty big, like a pint glass. You know, basically like a Negroni sized glass.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So imagine a Bloody Mary chock full of pinchos.
Yeah.
Oh my God! There's one here like filled with Nashville chicken.
Yeah, you could do a full fried chicken just right on top.
Oh my God, that's amazing. That could be the thing. Pincho, Bloody Mary and Pincho, done. Yes. Look at that. Samantha Prendervale, VV points to you for knowing that delicious wine. Good on you. Michelle, I am virtual. Honestly, are you all right, Michelle? Are you okay? I feel like I thought my cocktail was going down very well. I think
Virtual.
I've logged into a webinar and I just scream, I am virtual in the chat. I am virtual. Good. Yeah, good. Congratulations, Michelle. We're all virtual. Cheers for being virtual. There you are. Sophie, Bloody Caesars are also delicious with a side of pickles. What's that?
Yeah,
What's a bloody Caesar? Oh,
it's what they drink in Canada. They use clamato, which is clam tomato juice instead of tomato juice.
oh wow.
Yeah.
What about poutine? I actually don't know where I'm going here with that one. Like, as in like the gravy, cheese, curds, and chips. I'm like, could I turn that into a drink? I probably couldn't.
Oh, Ooh. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I'm sure there's. You ever go to like a Salt and Straw, like the ice cream place?
No, what's
Oh,
that?
you guys have one of those? So basically, we have like this over the top ice cream place where they make all the normal flavors, and then like you'll have like your cherry and your mint and your pistachio and cookie dough and all the vanilla chocolate goes down the line, and then like for whatever reason, some weirdo in the back is cooking up things like balsamic shrimp and like
Oh.
oh yeah, it's crazy. Like celery pumpkin ice cream. It's out of control. So whatever crazy like so if you wanted like a poutine like cocktail or ice cream, you could probably check it out at Salt and Straw. But yeah, I'm sure there's some people out there who'd be willing to take on that challenge.
Salt and straw.
Mm.
And for those first mates wondering, okay, like what on earth are these two talking about? Like I thought I'm here to learn how to do a cocktail. What I am demonstrating right now is Virgin Voyages doesn't just partner with anybody, right? We partner with like-minded organizations who love great quality ingredients, who love great experiences, and they just want to create magical moments for your clients and your sailors. And that, you two, is how you seamlessly link back nonsense to a business-led discussion. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Michelle, cocktail pairing. Michelle, are you still virtual? That's what we're all wondering.
Michelle's put "I am drunk" in capitals.
God. Guys, right, let me help you out with somebody. I've seen some votes. You need help. Like, don't forget, go to the polls. You could win a voyage. 70% of the wines per glass are less than. The answer's $15. Make sure you go and tick that.
He's giving away all the tea. He's had a sip of his drink and he's giving away all the poll
Gabs
questions.
is going crazy now. I can see it. She's literally fuming. I'm going from roll. Right, Virgin Voyages tops up your sailor bar for 50 bar tab if you do the following. Good, you've all got that right. Excellent. And then where can sailors get a drink on board?
24/7.
Who is it? Who are you who selected Breezy Bites? Who are you? We're going to come find you. It's the other one. Oh, Layla, your wine glass is going down nicely.
I know. Well, I actually only put the recommended amount in mine, the whole bottle.
Honestly, Ben, this is delicious. I'm keeping
Delish.
my job.
Yeah.
This is an
Yeah, it's so
absolutely
good that we've got this
delicious
as well, so everyone can make it at home again.
I might invite people over come around for some coconut Negronis, man.
Absolutely.
There we are. Melanie, proud of you, Luke. Oh, don't be proud of me, Ben.